Hello, brothers and sisters of light and dark. Welcome to my crazy, eccentric TikTok Indigo Child page. You're not going to find nobody like me. You can seek my counsel at the information below. I'm on Martheus Knowledge 9, or you can look up Emerald Pillar King, because I'm trying to teach you red pillars and MGTOWers a thing or two. First thing, if you're a red pillar, you are basically a beta male. All right, so to make that clear, if you're a red pillar, I know you learned your lesson, but constantly talking about women is not a good thing. All right, you should know women's nature. Okay, today's topic will be about three things. Okay, what is an alpha? What is a beta male? What is a sigma? What is an indigo? I want to talk about these things. Okay, TikTok has a tendency of being biased. Either they're doing it indirectly, passive, aggressively, I don't know, their algorithm. I do not know. I know there's people watching me, but it says 0 in the corner, so I'm not going to really worry about it because I'm just going to post this. If you try to come into this live, we are going to talk about those things. All right? So right now I see 2 people watching me. But I'm going to begin because my shit is just all unscripted. I don't want to waste time. I'm giving an education here. Unlike Kevin Samuels and Andrew Tate, I'm the real alpha, baby. Don't worry about it. I can back it up with videos and everything else. I do not like the yakking. I am not interested in popularity because alpha are truly not interested in popularity. I'm gonna put you on here. Let's begin. How you been, 310? How you been? What's going on?
I'm good, bro.
Yeah, I'm giving an education here from real alpha knowledge. So if you're looking on the internet, you're not going to find it nowhere because I was taught and raised by the Pimps and a few Italians in Brooklyn, New York. A lot of times that the guys think that they're alphas or they want to research what an alpha is, they tend to get it wrong. So how you been? What's on your mind?
I'm good. Just there on and play too much, you know.
Where you staying at?
I'm on in Connecticut right now.
You live in America?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I live in America as well because I'm
That's
the
good.
only brother from another mother who's actually went out to Ethiopia and lived out there with videos, right?
Yeah, sure.
And I post that crap. I'm not gonna curse because TikTok have a tendency of just
Yeah,
removing
yeah,
my
yeah.
videos. They do that, and they're very biased. Okay, I'm gonna accept your game for now. Okay,
Yeah.
I lived out there for like 2 years. Okay, I've been on YouTube ever since 2012. But I've been very
Mm-hmm.
popular on the internet on MySpace before Facebook blew up. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah. So I'm almost 50, but they're focusing in on Kevin Samuels. I was talking to the brother. I was talking to Kevin Samuels before he blew up. And I taught him about you wear a suit and tie. I tell you guys all the time, talk about one thing, just one thing, and you will be popular. If you just find enough, you wear that suit and tie, you get some women interviewers, because I used to do that same thing. You get
mm-hmm.
some women interviewers and you talk about one topic. And I recommend that most of you guys try to talk about virginity and spirituality.
Yeah.
Just do what Jesse what's his name? Jesse what's that black dude's name? The black guy who says beta all the time and he talks to people. You know what's his name? Jesse, not
I
Jesse
don't know.
Peterson, but Jesse, I can't think of his name. He got his own little talk show.
Oh,
And what happens is that a lot of times people don't know what those terminologies are. So when I talk to Kevin Samuels, okay, rest in peace his soul, I kind of like tell him, I said, you got to get rid of the blue pool. You got to stop hanging with those women, okay? And he's definitely not an image consultant. So if you just look that up yourself, you find out he's not an image consultant. You got to look at people's backgrounds. You got to look at people's backgrounds. A lot of people look at imagery. A lot of millennials tend to look at imagery and they don't hear the words. Me, I act a little bit eccentric and a little bit cringy on my YouTube because I'm not interested in attention. You know what I'm saying?
okay.
I've been on radio talk shows. I've been on air on the I've been on live air with multiple people all across the world. I'm international. I do not do just in America. Okay.
Okay.
But what do you think? Tell me something. I'm curious. What do you think a beta male is? Tell me what you think a beta
What's that?
male. Well, tell me what you think a beta male is.
What is that?
You don't know what a beta male is?
No.
You don't know what a beta female is? Okay, a beta is basically a man or a woman, it could be either or, who's stuck in their emotions. Okay, they're at the early stages.
Oh
Right?
boy, that emotion part there.
Yeah, that
Well,
emotional part, that sexual energy drive. This is what most human beings tend to cater to. I'm old school. I'm Gen X. As I said before, I am basically born in 1974. So I try to tell people the simplistic terms of what beta is. Now you can look up the terminology on the internet all you want, but when you're beta, you don't care for education. You want to fit in with the Joneses, right? Okay? You
yeah.
want to fit in, okay? And this is what most people are like. Most people are beta. 80% of men are beta and 80% of women are beta. Do you know what a beta alpha is?
No.
Okay, now a beta alpha is someone who has matured a little bit. They matured, but they're still stuck in that beta mode. You know, beta, as I said, the attachment to beta is simply put, you are still stuck on your emotional turmoil. You are not perfect as a human being. So you will try to do some things that are, you can say, red pill, okay, but you are not learned. Like when a male was a beta alpha male, he plays with a lot of women. He's a whoremonger. You know what a whoremonger is?
No.
A whoremonger is a male narcissist. These male narcissists are very attractive. And I'm not even talking about the money here. I'm not talking about the money. I'm
Yeah.
talking about just on sheer looks, just on sheer attitude. And so when I tell some guys this when they come into my inbox because they want to try to be friends with me. I said, "Are you a beta? You're a beta alpha or alpha?" Most guys can't be an alpha because they don't understand the terminology of an alpha.
Yeah.
Okay. So when you're a beta alpha, you go on sheer looks, you try to pretty yourself up, or you get real big muscles, right? That's a beta alpha construct. There are plenty of men, they get that title from me. Okay. They get that title from me, right? Because I'm older than they are. Okay. And so when I tell guys all the time that don't try to be a beta alpha, okay, because you have liabilities. You know how you deal with a female because she's smooth, right? And she's
Yeah.
like you sexual in your ways, and she's sexual in her ways. You're attracted to her, and but you either take advantage of her, and I'm gonna play it one more time with you. Okay? You two are gonna take advantage of her, or she's gonna take advantage of you. 9 times out of 10, she's gonna try to take advantage of you, even if you're beta or a beta alpha. Betas get used as the best guys for last. The nice guys for last are the betas. The nerds, the geeks, the ones who probably living in their mama's basements. Okay. But when you're beta, you still are desperate. You are very desperate. Okay. So a beta alpha is someone who's just a step up because of their beauty, mostly their beauty, not because of their money. So Kevin Samuels kept talking about high value men, and I kept telling him stop teaching men. And he had a very way of criticizing men. He did this for entertainment purposes. You know, he was getting paid. That was his critique. That was his bourgeois. That was his way of getting money. He would charge leaks about I think $300 per hour for his services. You know about that?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, he would ever since he got popular. As I say, I'm not jealous. He charged a lot of money for his services. Just harsh critique. I said he said he's not a therapist. I'm a therapist. I went to college for 2 years for psychology and degree. I got my architectural drafting and design. I went to college for that. Okay, no problem. Okay, I got that shit backed up. But the problem is that a lot of guys he taught he'll try to talk about their income. Okay, if you want to get your weight up, your health is your wealth, right? So he
Yeah.
didn't talk about that. I said that when you got a lot of money, all of the flies come to shit, right? and you
Yeah.
don't want that. So now you don't know what an alpha is. You are a beta alpha or you're a beta. Now, on the internet, right, you can scour and do the research yourself. You'll find people talking about what a sigma is. Now, I'm not going to go to the details what an omega is and a gamma is or whatever like that, but I'm going to tell you like it is. If you got emotions, you're a beta. Okay. If you want to fit in with people, you're a beta. If you're religious, you're a beta. This perspective. Okay. Okay, just perspective. From a Gen X perspective, just respectfully, hands down. If you want to challenge someone and say you're jealous or something like that, you're beta. Okay, it's clear in this day. Real disciplined people are alpha. They do not associate themselves. Okay,
Well, I guess I'm a
alpha.
beta. Well, I guess I'm
Huh?
a beta then.
Okay, be careful with this. They're gonna cut my video.
No.
um,
No.
So I get all these people trying to hit me up, and I say, "Why you ain't popular like Kevin Samuels?" I said, "Well, it's because I'm not interested in popularity. I got people who want to travel me going over here and going over there for any sums of money. I'm not going to do that because I am an indigo child. I am actually higher than alpha and higher than a sigma. Okay, an indigo is someone who doesn't, from birth, when you're young, you do not socialize with other people. You just don't do it. You're born like that. You know that there is a paranoia, to be around people because you are completely different. You do not, you know, congregate with the general masses of asses. You just don't. You can look up Starseed Children if you want on your own spare time. But in alpha, you know what I was taught when I was younger what the alpha is? The negative side of an alpha is a pimp. And you know pimping ain't easy.
Yeah, sure.
Pimping ain't motherfucking easy.
Yeah, sure.
And when I was walking the streets in Brooklyn at about 8 o'clock at night, there were many shootings, and I could have been killed. I was 16 years old. My stepdad didn't give a crap about me because he was really a beta. He couldn't control the house. I had to go in the middle of the night to go to the store for my old stepdad who was overweight and eating Kentucky Fried Chicken and Diet Pepsi. I remember walking in the middle of the night at about like 11 o'clock at night, and I ran into a crackhead, and I did not even know what she was talking about when she walked up to me and said, "Can I suck your dick for a piece of chicken?" Okay. And I was like, "What's a dick?" Okay. I was only 16. Okay. What's a fucking penis? And she
Yeah,
said,
sure.
"That's that little thing between your legs." And then I was like, I don't think my dad would approve of one of his biscuits getting taken out of the account, right? But anyway, as I traveled underneath the train station, I met a pimp and stuff, and they took me under their wing. Okay, and he said, "Hey, you are different. You are special." Okay, we asked questions. Okay, and it pays $20,000 to $30,000 a month for pimp. And I was like, "Yo, I want that money. I I don't want about pimps." So I figured that there must be another way of making money. Okay. And then they told me they have to discipline their women. Okay. They have to do a lot of kind of rude elementary things, when they need to be disciplined because they did not have an alpha father. Now I'll tell you what an alpha is very shortly. The negative side of an alpha is a pimp. Okay. Because he's strictly about the money. No money, no honey. He teaches his 304s these things so he can make them. There are plenty of penthouses or chicken houses in Brooklyn right now. Okay. And to this day, I just came back from Brooklyn for my family. There was one around the corner when this girl told me, "Hey, you sound like my sugar daddy." I said, "I would never be a beta sugar daddy, man. I would never do that." And guess what? There's also too many simps. And you know what simp means?
Mm-mm.
The true definition of a simp is not just a weak person or a weak male. Okay. It means suckers investing in mediocre. Mediocre means used. There's a key word there. Back in the 80s, I'm telling you, I was there. Mediocre pussy. Pussy. Okay, you want to say whatever. I hope I don't get banned. But trust me, if you talk to a female and she is not a virgin, you lost your card. She is not a virgin. Fucking rice. You already lost your card, man.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I explain what an alpha is, I gotta get off here because you know how TikTok it would take something and I'm not my fault. I'm gonna follow you right now before it's too late.
Yeah, bro.
Emerald pillar is
I
the way to
got you.
go. You best not to go if you talk to me about red pill. In my mind's eye, I understand one thing: you are uneducated. You don't know the psychology of women. You just don't understand it. All women and children are liabilities. All women and children are liabilities. And it's up to you to make sure they do not become a liability. This is very important to psychopaths. Now, when I say psychopaths, I don't mean doing criminal activities, okay? I mean to protect yourself. Your men's mental health is not respected in any developed country. If you lived in Africa like I have, you understand that the women have a certain form of fear, okay? And I'm not saying to entice fear and put fear in people's asses, okay? But I'm trying to tell you, what they taught me was something I can't do. Pimping is not easy, okay? And they will whip and sometimes do some womanizing things. And I said, why not just offer your services for a charge, like a gigolo? Now, I do gigolo services. I do babysitting services. Way back in MySpace, I was doing those things. Okay? And I would get thousands of dollars for a month, 1,000 here and maybe 500 there. And I would do this on MySpace. And I forgot what my name, I think it was Bigums. My name on MySpace was Bigums. I got thousands of viewers and hits, but I could not meet the women because I didn't have my car at the time. I would just go locally and do my little fetish gigolo and type stuff. I would carry the book bag and be around with the strap on. Mostly white women have the money, but black women, they tend to get a little lazy with the money. But you can take advantage of single mothers. And I keep telling them, stop talking about single mothers. That's money in the bag, man. That's money. You don't have to have sex with women. You do not have to. I repeat, you guys, oh my goodness, man. Here, let me explain what alpha is before I get out of here. Because I have a feeling that they're going to cut something I'm saying and I could sell myself. And alpha is you ain't never had them. Okay, I'm gonna tell you most facts. Most people have not encountered an alpha father. You want to know what an alpha father is? Candice Owens said this best. My uncle is the most strictest alpha there is because you know what she had to do, right? She was forced to be educated.
No.
All right, it was a choice. And when you have an alpha father, you can't sneeze as far as you can walk. I know that doesn't make sense, but think about it. An alpha father is overprotective. He's not going to deal with an ordinary female who's already been ran through. He's not. He's going to be focused on virginity. He's going to be focused on polygyny because the Nation of Islam, I'm not a religious person, by the way, teaches that procreation just not does not start with just one. It starts with many. Brother Polite was trying to do this, but I tried to get in touch with him. Brother Polite, I didn't know if his females was a virgins or not. I didn't know because he never said nothing on air. But when you deal with a woman who's not a virgin, you can corrupt your own self. You can corrupt yourself, man. You can really mess yourself pretty bad. You don't care about her history. In Deuteronomy chapter 13, verse 22, I'm gonna tell you what it does. It corrupts a man's soul. Samson and Delilah. Okay? There are powerful men who have been pulled down because of used vagina or used coochie. Okay? And if you don't understand and inspect this before it's too late, you will procrastinate and she will be a liability. So if you had an alpha father, you know how strict he was. You're not going to do the things that all everybody else is doing. You're going to have some sort of education with you. I had to learn the hard way because I was a loner and I was young and I was basically trying to understand. You know what I was told by Italians? One thing I learned from Italians, rather than their arrogance and pride, which befell most of Italians, um, they told me one thing and I stuck with it. They say love is about respect, brother. It's not about how good she feels. It's about you being in power over her. No two men are equal, right? So you better respect the man who have more higher power, right? And so that's the one thing I took from Italians. Sometimes the Italians will say some wise philosophy like, if you sit in the door, you ever heard of this? Get in your car, right? Try this. Get in your car and unlock the door on the other side. Okay. Let her get in first, right? Let her get in first. You saw this movie, and that's what they used to do to test out a woman's thoughtfulness, thoughtful process, and accountability. You sit her in your car first, right? You open the car door on the other side. If she don't reach over to open the door for you, you get rid of her, and that's what
I
they used to
swear.
do.
I swear, I know what that talk about. You should have stretched guys and pull that door.
You
Oh,
have to
good.
test. A woman has to learn these things from an alpha: thoughtfulness, education, and virginity. Polygyny, there's other things too, but I'm just gonna make it real clear. I don't want to go on too long because I got to post this on my YouTube. Like I got a YouTube too, guys. So as a matter of fact, I just want to post down in the comments. Say I don't understand why I can't just I'm gonna post down my YouTube, and I tell you guys here, you're not gonna find no alpha knowledge on the internet because a lot of these guys, these millennials, oh my fucking god, man. I posted my YouTube, and I do have a Patreon. I'm just trying to do. I charge $25 a month, while all these other guys are charging hundreds and hundreds of dollars. You can constantly keep in touch with me, man. This is real important. I have to be protected too, even like Charleston White. Okay, he's doing dark psychology. Okay, like I used to. I'm doing right now. I always do that shit. But trust me, when you have an alpha father, daughters will be trained appropriately. Okay, you're not going to have too many women running around with their heads cut off. They always, you know what women do if they want to be wise? If any females is watching me, I highly doubt it. You always get approval from your elders. Never goes for any relationship unless you talk to your fathers. Never go for any relationship unless you talk to your uncles or whoever who got wisdom. And that is really all I gotta say. Okay. As you should know, what a segment is and alpha is, they're pretty much almost the same. Two men of intelligence and discipline will never argue with each other. They're not gonna. They have. I seen this one video on the YouTube where they were talking about sigmas trying to get away from alphas. No, no, no. It doesn't work that way. If you have intelligence, you're not gonna argue. Okay. Alphas is usually talked about by millennials because of their appearance, their beauty. They're not alpha. You gotta have them videos. You gotta have some kind of footage that you're doing. Okay. You gotta have that video. If you don't have that video, they shut the hell up because a lot of times that's what guys are doing, talking. They do their research, but they don't have the full research. They don't have the experience. This is very important. Okay. During my heydays, I would carry the book bag around, but you know what I would do to guys who think that they're all that and bourgeois. What I would do to guys. I said, I take your girl with a phone call, man. Just be quiet. Stop talking to me. If you gave me that phone and you let me talk to your girl on the phone, this makes you have my $20 ready. Okay? I don't even want $20, man. I'm trying to help you out. Seriously, man. There's so many guys that lost their girlfriend, no matter how pretty they are. I get on that phone, start talking smooth to them. They never heard of that before. They never heard of vapor rub and ice cream. They never heard of ice and stuff. They never heard of getting slapped a certain way. And they would like it because they never heard of that. I twist their minds.
and then your girl is slipping up, talking to me about 15 to 30 minutes. What are you gonna do? You're gonna pay me my 20, right? Just give me my $20. I remember I was in college in Johnson C. Smith, and this guy named James Rudolph, and he betted me. He said, I've been with my girl for 10 years. He's a good looking guy. Yeah. I said, hey, my game is too tight, man. I'm trying to tell you right now, voice, the girl. I don't even need to show up. Okay. He gave me the phone in dormitory, and I said, I don't want to do that to you. He thought he tried. He really thought he had the smackdown. He was talking about cream pie. He was talking about cream pie, how he hit it a certain way. I said, dude, I understand how you feel. And then I said, just listen, man. You don't have to go to the bathroom. So just listen to your girl. Listen to your girl. Okay? Your girl should not even if you taught your girl to hang up and say, hey, no, don't talk to any man. Alpha always teach what is necessary to a woman. I don't want you on your phone. I don't want you talking to no men. You should put that fear in her mind. Okay. Like children. When you have children, you have to teach them discipline, right? You have to teach them discipline. And if it's not there, they're gonna take an inch and they're gonna take a mile. Right? Well, other than that, so I took his girl and he was crying, he was arguing, but he gave me my $20. And if you're watching me, James Rudolph, I still love you. I'm still out here. Okay. We lost touch with each other in '95. Okay. We used to go down and try to pick up girls and all this other stuff. It was a long time ago. But y'all guys should know now what an alpha is now. Okay. Alpha is a disciplinary, a teacher, an educator. And if he wants women, that's no problem. Polygyny is the key. Virginity is the key. And the other thing too is fathers. Where is the father at? Very important, because if that father's not around, we got a lot of women with the single mother syndrome. There's many terms for it. Okay, you don't want to deal with single mothers, because I've dealt with them, and and I try to tell these deadbeat mothers, because the deadbeat mothers are the ones who's doing it. There's no such thing as deadbeat fathers. Let me tell you the facts right there. There's no such thing as deadbeat fathers. They're only the deadbeat mothers who are running around with their heads cut off. They'll choose a mate simply because it's attractive. And this is the downfall of womankind. Okay. And this is how the feminist movement was created too, as well. Okay. A little education on the feminist movement back in the 1940s. I used to talk to some racists. Okay, I'm gonna tell you, I used to be a personal care aide, man. You know what these crackers told me? They said the black woman is the one who enticed and made the CIA. With Gloria Steinem? Yeah. There was only a handful of women who were being abused by their husbands. Because in the 1950s and 60s, I'm going Umar Johnson with this shit. I'm going Umar Johnson with this. And between the 1950s and 60s, it was called the Golden Era, the Mecca of America. You know what that means? That means the country in America, though it was still predominantly more racist, believed in Christianity. They believed in Christianity. That means the woman stayed in the house and they accepted it because that was their Lord and Savior, their Jesus Christ. And all the white man needed was a car. That's all you needed. A fucking car, okay? That's how easy it was for them to get a wife back in those days. But until the CIA created this called Project Chaos, you can look it up yourself. You can look up yourself. Project Chaos. They found a way to separate the sexes. And it started from a black woman to a white woman named Gloria Steinem. Gloria Steinem was working with the CIA. That's what they say. It's on the internet. You can check it up yourself. And she wanted to make sure that women had a chance to do what a man can do, even though they know they wasn't equals. So they created the feminist movement. Only a handful of women were being abused, but the majority of women did not. I repeat, the majority of women did not want this. They wanted to stay home. They wanted to fucking take care of the children. Now, it will be the time to realize that women do not want to work. Now, listen to all the women saying they don't want to work. They set that up real nice. Sometimes some great evil had a greater good, man. They set that up real nice. The small few women that was getting abused, they say they wanted equal rights and equal pay. They wanted all this to be astray, okay? But that's not the mentality of a Christian. In the Bible, it clearly tells you, but most women don't read that book. Women do not read that book. But let me get on out here now. Now you know what alpha is, right? Okay. Alpha is a disciplinary. You only mess with virgins, polygyny, and father. Education is the key. Your health over wealth. Got it? Now, back in the days, they used to say something called if life gives you lemons, make babies. And this is what women do. They use that as a weapon. And that's how they get weak men who don't want to be upfront, who don't want to have standards. So what did you learn so far? What's on your mind now? Have high standards, right? And a woman will run as fast as white on rice, okay? Have standards and see what happens. You know what I did? I traveled to Ethiopia looking for my virgin wife. I lost my virginity when I was 38, man. Before that time, I was a fetish gigolo. So when I traveled and lived in Ethiopia for like about 2 years, I got videos. Let's look up my first Martha's Knowledge. I have nine channels. They took down Martha's Knowledge 3 and they took down Martha's Knowledge 5. I don't know why. I'm not trying to be like the RZA and being popular like Farrakhan and Andrew Tate. I'm not interested. But they take my stuff down, and I'm like, yo, what policy can I dispute? You can only appeal, but you can't dispute. What kind of logic is that? You're taking things out of context. But anyway, I digress here. Focus on standards. When your standards are high and you have education on your side, you cannot go wrong. The matriarch can't even stop you. You know how many men who take advantage of the matriarch and they get paid alimony and child support? You're not going to hear it. But there's a growing number right now of men waking up. Men are waking up. Real men are waking up. And get out of that goddamn red pill and, take the emerald pill. I'm not talking about you, but I'm just saying in general, we got this MGTOW Foundation and the red pill, which was actually started by, suspect individuals like the Me Too movement. Okay, you got to watch them. And they start these movements so you can cause confusion upon the man. You start feeling, woe is me, women's fault. You know what emerald pill means? Before I get out of here? That means you're a big loser. I'm just joking around. People don't understand. Emerald pill means a psychopathic pill. It's an educational pill. It's a Batman pill. It's an odds pill, right? And I try to advertise this for years right now. But the red pill they got too popular. The nature of a woman. You know this. Study it. Study the nature of a woman. You know it's fickle, it's seasonal, and undisciplined. You have to contain that wild spirit that she has. And when women talk to me, they'll tell me why you need all women? You just being a whoremonger. I said, no, it's about procreation. You want to spread your seed. You want to take care of your children because a man is more responsible. Because the world is revolving around men. The men is the patriarch. The men are the one who created that matriarch too, as well, for you guys to try to take advantage of. Never get taken advantage of by any females. Okay. So is there anything you have on your mind you want to talk about before I get out of here in about 1 minute? Because I gotta take a package away.
It's good, bro. It's good. Trust me, it's good.
Yeah, my videos, I talk about all sorts of stuff that guys don't talk about on the internet.
Yeah, your YouTube in nearby, right?
Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I'm on YouTube, Martha's Knowledge 9. Just look up Emerald Pill. That's better to remember Emerald Pill, because if you type in Emerald Pill on the YouTube, on the Facebook, hashtag, You will see my face. Emerald Pill or King, as a matter of fact, because you know I created the Emerald Pill. Guys, don't listen to me. Beta males, do not listen to me. I swear to God, they're trolls. I've been called pedophile. I've been because I said the word virgin. I'm like, Jesus Christ, guys, y'all don't know what a virgin is? It fits like a glove. You know what a virgin is? Okay, you murdered the bitch. You actually know she's in pain. She can't fit your whole cock inside her. Only the tip you need with a virgin. And you'll get her pregnant before you even know it. Say white on rice, green on beans.
Mm-hmm.
You want to make babies. You don't want to be like making no children out of wedlock, man. You got to tell her, hey, we don't need marriage. We need to focus on you respecting me. And that's the whole goal. But other than that, I'm sorry for running in my mouth now. What is on your mind?
No,
Because I'm about to get out of here. Okay, what's on your mind?
bro,
Any
just give some
questions?
local knowledge. That's my guys. No,
Huh? Okay, so I'm gonna
no,
repost
bro.
this on my YouTube on Martha Gets Knowledge 9. Okay, and every once in a while I'll pop up on here on TikTok. Once in a while, I don't do it too much because they keep taking my videos down. They take them down. They did this to RZA. They are doing this to anybody who has a good astute mind. They're gonna take you down. They're doing the takedown, and you are not breaking their policy. It's just that they want to say you're bullying. Okay, when you're talking about generalization and stuff. I know. Rumble, Signal, Getter, Truth. You go on those sites. MeWe. They still believe in the freedom of speech. Okay, but other than that, it's nice talking to you, brother, from another mother,
Yeah, bro.
and
Yeah.
you are God. Remember that you God. Okay, Nas keeps saying this. Nas, I mean, everybody's a God here. Okay, we don't need to be worshiping no religion. Get out of religion. But that's another subject for another day. Okay, and I'm gonna go out and go play because I played 3 hours worth of basketball, making my 3-point hook shots like Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Okay, I got to go out there and play for 3 hours. I got to drop off this package. This guy's talking to me on eBay saying I can't return a package when I didn't even want the package. The package was the wrong package sent. I said, let eBay handle it. I do not argue with betas. I'm going to let the company, because I read the policy, I get a return on anything, even if you write down on your eBay, oh, you don't want to return it. No, you can return it if it's not the product. Okay, it's not the product I asked for. Okay, my daughter is pretty smart. I have 2 daughters, and she get real meticulous. She likes to edit and stuff, And I tell her, I say, the more you edit, the more money you make.
Yeah.
Edit as much as you can. I don't need to edit because I work smart rather than hard. I let people do the editing for me. Okay, then that's when you know you're the mastermind. You talk. You're talking, man. Your talking must be articulate, and you got to back up what you're saying because don't get. A lot of guys on here, like on YouTube, they think they're cool, whatever. And I'm out of here, my brother. It's nice talking to you. Keep in touch, and I
Yeah,
followed
bro.
you already. Take it
All right,
easy.
bro. Yeah.
Peace.
Peace.